Hello everyone, Cheek here with another Transformers review, and today I'll be reviewing the Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Universe Starscream. And there he is absolutely stunning in his posability and all that. There are a couple minor things I don't really like about him, but other than that, he is very, very cool. Alright, so, as you can see, this is Cybertron Universe Starscream. The head is definitely very, very accurate, or at least very close, or close enough anyway. There is lovely detail just all over the place. Even the faux guns are still there, all that. On the back, they even have this, which is pretty accurate. And I do like that they put leg fillers right there. Like, he is super articulated. He has a lot of metal pins. There are a few things that pop off. I do like that, or find it interesting. I don't know if this has any bearing on the cartoon, like how they designed this, but it is more interesting than just a rectangular block of a gun that fires a missile. And then he does, of course, have his flip-out energon blades on both sides. Obviously, they're not spring-loaded like the original, and he does come with a tiny little cyber planet key. Granted, it's not tiny, it's just they shrunk down. They've gone down in scale since the Cybertron era, you know, saving plastic and all that, using less plastic, but you can plug it into the back here. It goes all the way, but you can plug it in right there. Obviously, it doesn't activate anything, and then you can also plug it in. There we go. Plug it in on top of his gun, which I think is kind of silly, but you can plug it not in, but yeah, plug it in right there. Slots in right there. And that's something you can do. I guess Cyber Planet Key powered handgun is usually, even if it was specifically to unlock a weapon, it was still physically on their body. Usually, not always, but most of the time. But yeah, you have the energon blades that flip out, and then these are just on friction pegs. That's one of my concerns, is that eventually those will become really loose and not stay on. Same with these, rather than just being a part that doesn't come off. But other than that, for robot mode, I think it is really cool. Posability. Head is on a ball joint. You can look up and down, not really any side to side. You can do a full 360 very stiffly. Arms can go out about that far, so not too much improved there, just because of how chonky he is. Full 360. Bicep rotation. Over 90-degree bend at the elbow, which is really cool. Bicep rotation, if I already said that. Wrist rotation, which is really nice. Hip swivel, can't really do a full 360 there, but don't really need to. So it goes up there. He can do the full splits. He doesn't have as much of a crotch right there, so that he could feasibly do the splits more comfortably. Can kick forward that far, back that far. About over 90 bent at the knee. You could get a little bit more if these were open, like on the original one, because he doesn't have the fillers. And you get a bunch of ankle tiltage, and what's really cool, because of transformation, you can bend his feet like that, and you can bend them forward like that, so you get a lot of articulation at the feet, which is really cool. So that's about it for that. So time for some comparisons. Here we have Armada Starscream, or Legacy Armada Universe Starscream, which is pretty cool. Still like him a little bit more than Cybertron, but Cybertron's still really cool. Energon Starscream, he's only going to make an appearance for this portion. Too brittle, he'll break if I try transforming him. And G1 Universe Starscream. And then, of course, last but most certainly not least, the Cybertron, actual Cybertron Starscream, not the show color version for whatever reason, but hey, it's still original mold at least. And yeah, that's about it for comparisons. Now, another thing you can do, if you have Coronation Starscream's helmet crown, you can put it on him. I don't know if it's necessarily as accurate to the one in the Cybertron cartoon, but you can still give him a crown if you want. I don't think the cape could really go on him, but I mean, it is something that could potentially work. And behold, we have Starscream, ruler of the Decepticons in the universe. At least that's what he would like to think in his head. But yeah, it does actually kind of work. You just gotta move his tail fins up a little bit, but that's about it. With all that out of the way, on to transformation! And here we have him in his Cybertronian jet mode, and it is pretty cool. It's not the greatest. I'd say it is his weakest mode, but it is definitely passable. But like I said, this is the other main problem I'll have, which I'll show once I bring in Cybertron Starscream again, because his jet mode, when you see them side by side, it's much more apparent. For weapon storage, you can store this upside down in here, like that. If you want it to be right there, which I think is kind of silly, but you can do that. Or if you want to be closer to the original toy, you can pop this open like that, and then the same little spots right in there, those little, there, like that, will slot right into those two spots, and then you just close it up like that, and then you have the gun where it would be on the original toy. And then of course you can store the Cyberplanet key right in the Cyberplanet key slot. And for comparison, here we have Legacy Armada Starscream. They look pretty nice together. Definitely like Armadas look a little more. And G1 style Starscream. And here we have him with Cybertron Starscream. Obviously he's a lot bigger, but other than the colors, I wish he was in the cartoon colors, but he's not. But the biggest thing, if you can see, or it's a little hard to see from the top like this, but when you look like this, I know it's a very minor complaint because, you know, he's a Cybertron, they're not flown by any humans or anything, but if you look the cockpit, you can clearly tell that the pilot would be able to see. In this one, when you're straight on ahead, the pilot has like almost no visibility. And also I do kind of like the little more bubbly looking canopy, whereas this one does not, looks just so recessed. And the thing is though, having it more like the original right here would not really impinge on articulation really. All it would do is just make this a little bit bigger. That's it. That is my biggest complaint for vehicle mode. And then my next minor complaint is this right here. The heel, it just looks really weird right there rather than smooth, like a continuation of the nose of the jet. And then my other complaint is that obviously this guy has wheels, he does not. But I will say they definitely did improve a lot on the robot mode. So I definitely think this is worth a buy if you grew up with the Transformers Cybertron cartoon. And since I don't believe they ever released a Voyager of Starscream in the proper cartoon colors, at least in the US, I would highly recommend this if you don't want the huge Supreme class Starscream, because he is really, really big. But I'd say if you want to get a Voyager class, highly recommend getting him. So that's about it for Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Universe Starscream. If you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.